Hot mess. All right. Yeah. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. For those of you that I haven't had the chance to meet yet, my name is Amanda Hicks, and I am the very proud principal here. And this is Mr. Aragon, our new assistant principal.
Yes, good to be here. Happy to be here. Bienvenidos todos. I'm going to be translating into the camera because we all speak English, so if I like duck in, you'll know why. Bienvenidos. Nosotros estamos encantados de tenerlos aquí por línea y en persona. Nuestra directora Amanda Hicks aquí con ustedes y luego yo, el asistente director Ulises Aragón.
All right. Awesome. And then we also have our wonderful face coordinator, Miss Campas here.
Igualmente tenemos la coordinadora de FACE de las familias aquí de nuestra comunidad, Sandra Campas.
All right. So if you guys have been here, and I know familiar faces, this word will not be new to you guys. This is a word that we've incorporated on our campus last year when we rolled it out. It is GLOW, which stands for growth mindset, leadership, ownership, and wise choices. And so students can earn GLOW tickets based on these 4 categories. We have raffles on Fridays for big prizes. We actually had an assembly where some of our students got to win some of the bigger prizes. And then they also have drawings in their classroom as well. So this, and you can actually, on the next slide, you'll see there is we have a Sunland Elementary YouTube channel where we post our daily announcements. So you can watch those as well. That's actually where this will be posted later. And on the next slide, I have a QR code that you can scan so that you can subscribe to it. So this GLOW is what we represent, how we want our students to act in all of the different areas on campus.
Okay. Tenemos un nuevo sistema para prevenir el comportamiento malo y para apoyar y subir el comportamiento bueno que se llama GLOW. Por cada vez que un estudiante tenga su comportamiento bueno, va a recibir un boleto y luego después de cada jueves, en los viernes por la mañana, tenemos una rifa y si lo escogen al estudiante, van a recibir un premio. Igualmente tenemos nuestro canal de YouTube, donde vamos a subir todos los videos de los anuncios cada día, igualmente este video grabado cada mes.
All right. Awesome. So this is actually, welcome. This is actually the QR code if you guys want to join so you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, we have our morning announcements. I actually was featured on one of the ones from last Friday. It was pretty funny. I was doing 3rd grade lunch duty and I had kids bouncing around behind me in the video. And so they're a lot of fun. We put joke of the day and our kids actually work with Miss DeMarco in 4th grade to film the announcement. So it's a really cool thing. We try to incorporate all of the staff and then get students on there as well, telling joke of the day and things. So that's, again, it's called the Sunland Elementary channel on YouTube. So this is what the screen will look like and that QR code will take you right there.
Y aquí en la pantalla ustedes pueden ver nuestro canal de YouTube, el Sunland Elementary channel. Ahí tenemos el código de QR o si pueden escribir Sunland Elementary Channel en YouTube para inscribirse y ver todos los videos de los anuncios, igualmente los videos que grabamos cada mes.
Slow dramatic pause there. All right. And so this is a picture for those of you, I don't think we have any new parents here, but this is the image of what the campus looks like with the pickup and drop off. And so just a reminder that our K2 families drop off on Sunland Avenue and our grades 3 through 8 drop off in the back parking lot. And then we have our walker gate, which is down here by the cafeteria. And there's no gates open in the morning before school or right after school off from 7th Avenue, just for safety reasons. Our bus drops off now here by the office parking.
Entonces aquí tenemos el mapa de nosotros para todos los papás que no son nuevos a la escuela, es lo mismo. de kinder a segundo grado va a estar ahí donde dice K2 Car Drop Off. La oficina va a ser reservada para el autobús que recoge y deja a los estudiantes. Y luego del tercer grado al 8, el parqueadero de atrás. Igualmente tenemos una cerca donde los estudiantes pueden caminar si es que se van a ir a su casa caminando.
All right. So a little thing about the parking. We've got a couple complaints from neighbors. So just a reminder, if you come early when you're picking up or dropping off, just to be aware if it's on Chambers or on Sunland, not to park in front of someone's driveway. I know that can be, especially back on Chambers, that's really hard to do because there's not much room. But just make sure that you're aware of where you're parking. Again, we've had some complaints, so we just wanted to remind everyone.
El anuncio que por favor traten de evitar parquearse enfrente de las casas, especialmente en Chambers y en Sunland, para evitar crear tráfico para los residentes de las casas.
For those of you guys that have come in late, thank you guys for coming. The reason that we're translating is because we're also going to put this on our YouTube channel for those that didn't come today. So that's why we're translating. All right, so some updates about school hours. This is new this year. Students can come onto campus at 7:30 so that they can eat breakfast. So we open up all 3 of the gates at 7:30. Kids can come onto campus. We have them come to the cafeteria so they can get breakfast. Once they're done eating, our grades 4 through 8 go to Northfield. Our kindergartners go to the kinder playground, and then our 1st through 3rd graders go to our primary playground. And then the teachers bring them in actually at 7:45 is when they line them up. School instruction starts right at 8. Okay, so if your student is late, if they come in at 8:10 every day, that means that they are missing 50 minutes of instruction every week. So we want to make sure students are here on time and they're here for the whole day. We're teaching all the way until 3 o'clock. I know that's different than last year, but what we found is that people were packing up earlier and earlier. So we were losing a lot of instruction at the end of the day. So we are not releasing until 3 o'clock. Again, we want to get the most instruction that we can for our students while they're here. No students are dismissed between the time of 2:15 and 3 o'clock. So if you have an appointment, and let's say that you have to pick up your student at 2:30, we would not be releasing them to you. So you'd want to come before 2:15. That time between 2:15 and 3 o'clock, there's lots of transitions happening, lots of movement. And so it's very hard to find kids, and sometimes they get in the wrong places if we are dismissing between that time. So for safety concerns, that's why we don't dismiss. So if you need to pick them up early, come before 2:15. Okay?
Right. Good. Okay. Y otra vez para reforzar, la escuela se abre a las 7:30 de la mañana. A las 7:30 de la mañana, de 7:30 a 7:55 se sirve el desayuno. La escuela se empieza todos los días a las 8 de la mañana y se termina a las 3 de la tarde. Entonces, una nueva estructura que queremos desarrollar este año es que no podemos dejar a los estudiantes que se salgan de la escuela de 2:15 a 3. Es método de asegurarnos que todos los estudiantes estén en la escuela. Entonces, si tiene una junta, una cita a las 2:30, no le podemos entregar al estudiante hasta las 3.
Okay. All right, so again, if you guys have been around at all in the last 2 years, you've seen this many times. COVID is still here, as well as all of the other sicknesses under the sun. There's viruses that are going around that are not COVID. There's also sinus infection, like there's a lot of sicknesses going around. So just remember the 3 things, if you have, if someone tested positive for COVID, make sure to keep them home and to let us know. If they have a fever, of 100.4 or more, keep them home until they're symptom free without medicine for 24 hours. Okay. And we still have, so if you are quarantined, I think I did it on the next slide. If your student tests positive, it's quarantined for 5 days. So if they test positive, that day is day 0, whenever they test positive. So then the next day would be day 1. So they quarantine for 5 days. When they return, if their symptoms are improving, doesn't have to be gone, but as long as they're improving, they should wear a mask for days 6 through 10. If your child sits close to a student that tested positive, they still might have to be quarantined for 5 days, unless they're vaccinated. If they're vaccinated, so let's say that I am next to Mr. Aragon and he tests positive. I'm fully vaccinated. I've gotten my booster, so I can still come to school. I just have to wear my mask. Does that make sense?
Y los nuevos protocolos del COVID, si un estudiante tiene positivo el examen de COVID, va a tener que quedarse en cuarentena por 5 días si es que no tiene su vacuna. Si tiene su vacuna, puede regresar al salón o a la clase con que tenga su máscara. Si es que el estudiante no tiene su vacuna, después del 5.º día puede regresar a la clase con que no tenga síntomas y que use una máscara durante días 6 a 10.
Right. Okay, so Remind is the app that we use right now to communicate with all our families. The district is actually moving towards one common one for the entire district. It's called Blackboard. This is what the application actually looks like. So this year, once we get all of our families their login information, we'll be using both Remind and Blackboard. So this will be a transition year where we'll be transitioning from Remind to Blackboard, but we'll be using both throughout the whole year. So if you're not on Remind, I'm going to guess that you probably are if you're here, because that's where I sent that out. But the code there is @SunlandFam. And then this again is a picture of what the new Blackboard app looks like. You type in Roosevelt School District and this will come up. And again, we're going to have the login information soon that we'll be able to send home to you guys.
Entonces, este año vamos a tener 2 sistemas para comunicarnos con los papás. Va a ser el sistema de Remind que hemos tenido por 5 años y luego después de ese va a ser el Blackboard. Eventualmente vamos a transicionar nosotros de comunicarnos de Remind a Blackboard, pero mientras podemos usar los 2 sistemas. Si quieren inscribirse a nuestra cuenta de Remind, el código es @SunlandFam cuando bajan la aplicación de Remind.
I'm upset that you didn't translate my joke. Well, I'd assume you have Remind if you're here. It wasn't a joke. I thought it was funny. Anyway, so here are some of the upcoming dates that we have. Picture Day, which is a big one. Yes, students can dress down for that day. So that's August 29th. I believe that's a Monday. I think it's a Monday. Yes, because then the 31st is Wednesday, which is going to be Dollar Dress Down Day, as well as our Scorpion Scholar Assembly. And then September 5th is Labor Day, Monday, so we don't have school on that Monday. On September 6th, we are excited that our clubs are going to start. So we've got more information. Ms. Crawford will be sending out info coming out on Reminds about what clubs will be offered for what grades. And then next September 20th will be our next Cafecito, which will be in person.
Okay. Días importantes, agosto 29, donde vamos a tomarnos nuestras fotos. Los estudiantes, si no quieren utilizar uniformes ese día, está bien. Igualmente el Dollar Dress Down Day, donde los estudiantes, si no quieren utilizar el uniforme, pueden pagar $1. El septiembre 5 no hay escuela. Los clubs después de la escuela van a empezar el día después del Labor Day, el septiembre 6. Y septiembre 20 va a ser el próximo Cafecito.
All right, and I'm going to turn it over right now to Miss Campas, who is going to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that she has to share. That is the survey. You're welcome.
I can do both in English and Spanish. I don't know where I'm supposed to stand. Okay. So hi everybody, I am your parent coordinator. Anything you guys need, come to me. If you guys need backpacks, uniforms, any resources. first thing that I would like to do this year, even though it's not the first thing, but ask parents to bring in their unused uniforms. So every day I am handing out uniforms and our staff is handing out uniforms. So la primera cosa que me gustaría pedirle a los papás este año es que si me pudieran donar sus uniformes que ya no les quedan a los estudiantes. Este año y todos los días estamos dando uniformes a estudiantes que los necesitan, los ensucian, ¿ok? Y de las otras cosas no tengo que hablar mucho porque lo van a tener en el survey, en la encuesta. So the other things I don't really have to talk about very much, but those are things that we're going to be offering here at Sunland. So this QR code, if I don't know, can we remove that? If you take a picture of that, it's going to have a list of stuff that you would like to do. So it's a parent survey of the things that you want me to bring to the parents. If you guys want a nutrition class, if you guys want English classes or Spanish classes, so if you want Spanish or English classes, our district is going to give a certain amount of codes for Rosetta Stone. So en ese código se los vamos a mandar a todos. We're going to send it to everybody on Remind. Okay, so we will have it on Remind. Se lo vamos a mandar y es una encuesta que tiene cosas que yo les puedo proveer. Por ejemplo, si quieren clases de nutrición, quieren clases de inglés o de español, pueden ustedes escoger. Has anybody done it? Are you doing it? Oh, awesome. Okay. So ya tenemos a alguien que empezó y se los vamos a mandar así para nosotros dar lo que ustedes, ofrecerles lo que ustedes quieren. So that way we can offer the things that you guys want. Okay? Okay. Easy. Thank you.
One of the big things that we have as a campus as a whole, so our staff work to design 3 of our school goals. And then one of our school goals is about improving our students, our literacy, because we want our students to be reading at grade level. The second thing is about implementing the GLOW across the whole campus so that we can decrease suspensions and increase our students' time in class. And the third one is about our parents, getting them back, and our families, getting them back on campus and involved. So we have designed 3 events that more information will be coming, but they're very exciting events. We've had 2 of them that are going to be fun, and then 1 that will be academic based. So in October, we're going to be having a fall festival that will be, we'll have our Halloween parade in the morning, and then later on that night, we're going to be having our fall festival. In January, we're going to be doing a bingo night. And then in March, it's the Wednesday of conference week. We're going to be having a STEAM showcase because as we're rolling out the Sunland STEAM Academy, we want to showcase what we're working on this year. So those will be some of the events that you can look forward to.
Van a haber varios eventos que vamos a tener, van a ser 3. En octubre vamos a tener nuestro Fall Festival, donde vamos a tener juegos como un carnaval. En enero vamos a tener nuestra noche de bingo, que viene siendo como la versión de lotería. Y luego en marzo vamos a tener conferencias donde los papás van a poder entrar a casa para ver lo que están haciendo los estudiantes. Igualmente un día cada mes, one day a month, right, with Peter Piper. Un día cada mes vamos a tener nuestro fundraiser en Peter Piper.
For Peter Piper? Yeah. Yep. So it'll be once a month on Friday, Thursday. But we'll have flyers to go home with that. Oh, yes. Yes, we can. I believe. Did you send that in an email or was that a remind? Please ignore how many tabs I have open right now. Sorry, disregard. All right. Please ignore my own personal Facebook page while I get to the Sunland one. Sorry. How do I get it? Profiles. Okay. One of the things that we launched, I think it was this weekend, we actually sent it out last Friday. There is a spirit wear. I'm just gonna update it. That's the Cafecito. Here it is. So we have spirit wear that you can order online and then it's delivered to your house. And if you order from now until the 5th of September, it's free shipping. And so when you go in, you'll be able to order any color shirts. There's shirts, sweatshirts, zip ups, polos, bags, and then you get to choose what design you want. So the middle row is silver glitter and the bottom row is blue glitter. And then the top, we have these as well. So you get to choose what design you want and what kind of shirt you want. So it's uniform bottom. So if they have a Sunland shirt, they can wear that any day of the week as long as they have uniform bottoms.
Y luego lo que desarrollamos algo nuevo es nuestra página, lo pueden ver en la página de Facebook, donde ustedes pueden comprar camisetas de Sunland y es algo que los estudiantes pueden usar todos los días, no solo los viernes, aquí en Sunland.
Right. And then as Ms. Campos was saying, we also have, we are really working at getting our PTA, our Parent Teacher Association, up and running. And so we still are in need of one position, right? Is that right? Vice President? We still are in need of a vice president. So if any of you are interested in getting involved, Ms. Crawford and Ms. Campas are the people on campus that you would talk to. So if you're interested, we would love for you to come and help out and be a part of it. Because we really want our families involved and the more the merrier. So if there's more people that want to be involved, then the positions we have, we still would love for anything that you can. Or if you just want to volunteer time for different things, like at Fall Festival, we'll be selling food and things like that. So if you want to volunteer time, that would be great as well.
Okay. Última cosa, que nuestra asociación de padres y maestros está en busca de un vice president. Igualmente, si quiere darnos su tiempo también para involucrarse más en nuestro Fall Festival, se puede comunicarse con Amanda Hicks.
Awesome. All right. So do you guys have questions over anything that we went over, comments, anything you'd like to share, like to discuss? And the only reason I'm up here awkwardly standing is just so that the camera can hear me too. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Talking about something, okay? Yep. Yes. Yes. Or they get out of the car and walk up to the gate to come get that. Yep. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. The hard part about that is that there's people that live over on Sunland or off 7th Avenue. You know what I mean? It's that, it's a very, it's tricky. So, the question for those of you listening is about Sunland Avenue, about people, parking their car in the pickup and drop off lane. And Mama will attest back there, I try to bust them. If I see them, I try to get them. I love it when I walk out and I'm like, whose truck is that? And they're like, well, that's what she's talking about. And they'll park. Oh, yeah. They do know when I'm not out there. They really do. They're like, is she there? And then they'll come around the corner off from 7th Avenue and they'll see me and they'll be like, keep going. But so yes, we are trying to make sure that those, and again, we're trying to catch them. The hard thing is, so now that we've got the flow going better, I can move off from that and go back and walk the line, because that's the goal. But the second I tend to step away from that area, then they park there again. She's gone. Let's drop off. But yesterday, it was going really well. So Miss Crawford actually stepped into the road and was directing traffic. So she did a great job with that. And so, if she can bump over and step over sometimes, then I can walk the line and try to get those. Because generally what happens is it's right when we first open the gate is when they're getting out and coming up. And so I can sometimes catch them, but not all the time. So we are working to fix that. But for those of you guys out there, it's going a lot smoother than what it was, a lot better than what it was. And so again, we're still working out some of the kinks, and then they'll hide and park like way down. So I'd have to walk real far, but I do try to, if I see one of those, I try to go down and wave people around them so people don't get stuck if that happens. All right, but thank you. That's a challenge. Okay, what else? Any other concerns, questions, comments? Yeah. Sports, yes. No, there is actually a set schedule. So I'm waiting for the finalize. I think I might be able to pull it up. I know that we have volleyball. Volleyball is going on right now. They just had tryouts. That's actually what some of them are popping in to. I don't think I can get it right now. We probably don't want to have my email up there all the way. But yes, so there is an order to it, and it's going to be a set order. Could you text Miss Ariza and see if she just knows the order of the sports? So I know volleyball is first. Basketball maybe. I know that cheerleading was around December. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, no, it's a lot more set. And so they actually just announced the volleyball schedule today. We finalized where we're playing, the times and all that kind of stuff. So they're right at the beginning of the season, they'll set the games for that season. And unless there were to be like a COVID outbreak, kind of see what they have to work it, or there still could be, if we have, let's say, not enough people to play volleyball, we might have to forfeit if we don't have enough of the program. Those kind of things can still happen, but it'll be a lot more smooth than whatever last year. Yeah. Absolutely. absolutely. And so, yes. Yes, I know. I do know. I know what you're talking about. And I think, I don't know if you want to stand here and translate. Sure. I know that part of that
Y la pregunta fue de si vamos a tener un sistema o un schedule fijo para los deportes y la respuesta es sí. Hasta ahorita, de acuerdo al distrito, vamos a tener todos los deportes que tuvimos el año pasado. Cómo se va a organizar, vamos a mandar un correo electrónico por Remind. Hasta ahorita el schedule de voleibol, cuándo van a competir, dónde y todo eso, ya apenas lo recibimos hoy y eso se lo vamos a mandar por Remind también.
Share. He's super excited and wants to be the vice president, right? Yeah?
She said, yeah. I think this is gonna go better. Like, I'm happy that it doesn't feel so quickly. It's not a parent, before COVID, I always want to be involved in my children. Like, everything is teachers, like, I'm always that involved parent, you know? And so, it feels nice that someone advising
Yeah.
against this. When I'm not involved, I feel like I don't know what's going on with that academic versus when I'm there, then I can like kind of gauge like, okay, what are they teaching right now? What are they doing? I know what's going on, you know, and now that things will start, you know, kind of going back there, it'll make things a lot maybe better for the parents too, you know, and not be so left out, you know, like what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the other ways that we were trying to connect to that is that we'll still continue the monthly newsletter that goes out. That's on SMORE, but I sent it on Remind, and SMORE is just the application. And it actually translates into a number of different languages, like I gave for the upgrade so that you can translate it on yours. And so in each grade level, it'll have the format is what went well last month, what are your goals for this month, what are you working on, and how can parents help support it. And so getting more connected with families really is the main goal this year. You know, I know that COVID has made everything harder, and it said this is my third year, but it's really the first year that I feel like I'm really connecting with families again, because, you know, hopefully we'll be able to have more people around. It's just like on campus. At Meet the Teacher Night, we had a great turnout, and it was really nice to see everybody and see everyone's faces. And I know obviously the closed campus is different. Like that's not going away. That's not a COVID thing. That's a safety of everyone. But we still want people on campus. You have to check in at the office. That's the big thing. You know, we don't have parents walking to the classroom. Again, that's a safety and that's a control of who's on campus. And I know that we don't like that. There's a number of people that don't like it. You know, if I had a kindergartner, I would absolutely want to walk into class. And I understand, but you know, the biggest thing is knowing who's on campus and the safety of our kids. And so for that's the biggest reason, and that's the why behind it. It's not that we're trying to be mean or we don't understand that you want pictures. It's really the safety of kids and the safety of the staff. So we will do, we're actually scheduling out our safety drills for this year. So we have the fire drill once a month. Or the accidental fire alarm on the first day of school right at the end of the day, you know, that too. Yeah, so we'll have, so they're in on a normal campus, I don't want to say normal, but like a different setup of a campus, they have what's called a lockout drill. We don't have that option because lockout means that there's a threat in the area. So like, let's say that there was a threat at South Mountain High School. We might, in a school that was enclosed, we might go into a lockout where we just lock all the gates and people can still move around. That's dangerous here because you'd be outside. So we have a lockdown. And so we will be going over that we're actually talking about tomorrow with our teachers. And then they'll be discussing it with the kids. And we'll have lockdown practice for the kids so that they feel safer. So when they come home, but it still scares them, even if they know it's coming, it still scares them. It still scares staff too. But it's really good practice because the more that we practice, the more it becomes an instinct. You know, one of the things when I was in Indiana, I was in charge of the safety for my school up there, and they sent me to a conference. And when they were talking about one of the school shootings, they discussed the students that had gotten out of the room where the shooter was, and they ran right in front of the windows of the classroom because they weren't supposed to go in the park. Because what we teach them, they're going to do in an emergency, right? So they'll go wherever we tell them to go. And so it's the practicing, it's the learning about it. And so although it's not something we ever want to have happen, or we like to practice, it is really good for the kids. Yes. Not in the back. We have a doorbell in the front. So there's a ringer system now. The gate button only works sometimes, and when you push it up, and the secretary will have to come out and let you in. We have
Last year, there was kids going under the gate, there was jumping over the gate.
we have fantastic cameras. Actually, I don't know if I can pull it up. But we have a really good camera system. Let me see if I can get it. So you can see, but they installed brand new cameras. Again, please don't judge the amount of tabs I have open. Is it here? No, that's the flow code. Anyway, it's actually, if you're ever in the office, you'll be able to see that they're up on the TV in my office. It's this big media wall that shows all of the different cameras.
I get concerned about that as well.
Mhm.
And so the extra steps that have to buzz in and to go sign in is really an issue for me. And then when I saw all the cameras in the office, they're able to see it. It definitely is a parent battle.
I'm glad.
It's unfortunate that it can't be like how it used to be where people can walk to campus, take your kid to class. With my son, my oldest, at the age of 10 years old, wants to know what do I do to do something like that happen. So all I can tell him is like, they're gonna go over probably drills at school, have your cell phone with you in your backpack, like, you know, make sure that pay attention to whatever they tell you to do.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate that for security for sure.
Yes. Yes, so I'm not getting it. I'm not logging in right away. I have it saved on there. But anyway, we have a great camera system now. It shows all of those areas. Like, we actually have big detectors now in the bathrooms, which are fantastic. You know, again, safety for all of us. So I keep them up there in the office so that any kids that get in trouble or just come in to see, they can see the second they walk in, they see those cameras on the screen. A whole lot better than it used to be. So yeah, back to it. So we do, so the front, people have to get buzzed in now. We're still working on the gates, like the gates in the back, obviously people could still jump on them if they really wanted to. So we're working on getting new ones, but we had a hole in the gate out here that they just fixed up. So they really are working at fixing things. right outside the office. Or, you know, like when you drive through in the morning, if you have a picture of one of us. Buddies out there on the playground. But that's also something that you could, we have parents that will bring something for snacks and give it either to, give it to me, Imelda, Sandra, that are out there, you know, we can help take it. There are some special things that need a little extra help from one of us, but absolutely. Same thing. Yeah, just, and what we do is if you can't run it in right away, we'll set it in a stack right by the gate, and then we'll take it. Oh, Mr. Gutierrez, no, he got a different job. So we actually have a new music teacher that's going to be starting. It has to go to the board first, but his name is Mr. Garcia. He used to be here. He was a special education teacher. For those of you that have been around a while. What? Mr. P. Yeah, Bernie Garcia. So we are very excited. He's going to be starting. His first day will be September 8th. Yeah, so we're super excited to have him. But we have Miss Sutton's out there. I'm out there. I do like water. Pretty strong. I carry people off. So, but I know that's honestly that's what we put out there and then when we're walking. What else do we have? All right. I'm going to stop the recording here. Thank you guys so much for coming. And apparently we're taking a selfie now. So if you were here, you'd be in the selfie. So next time
Let me tell
you will
that
have to come.
a lot of my pictures that I did have been on the
Que tengas un buen día. Que tengas un buen noche.